Hey, what's up? David here, and I'm coming at you from on top of my bed where I'm about to put the sheets back on because I finally remembered to wash them. But the real topic of this video is, should you still learn to code now that AI can code? And I think that's a big question a lot of people are worried about today, whether you're getting started down that path or you've already been coding for a while. Either way, it's kind of upsetting, I think, that AI can do what you've been training to do. So let's get into it. Is it still worth learning to code? Well, I think the first thing to start wondering is, before AI was a thing, how did we feel about this? And I think what I always was feeling, even before AI, was, oh, why should I learn to code if so many other people can do it and maybe probably do it better than me? You know, why should I learn this thing? Maybe I'll never be as good as anyone else. But I think the big difference there is that before AI, if I wasn't going to be the one coding, I'd have to hire someone else to code, and that would cost money. And so then I would have to have some sort of way to pay for that person, and it would just be faster for me to code it myself. Or not faster, but cheaper. So that was kind of that thing. So I think the real issue with AI is that it's free. Because if it cost a lot of money, then people would still have the incentive to learn these skills, because then they wouldn't have to pay someone else to do it. So actually, if AI became really expensive, that would really take care of a lot of issues. I kind of suspect it will become expensive, because why wouldn't they, right? They could really make a real profit if they start charging for AI. The other thing I was thinking about is that, like, learning to code is like, learning to code is like learning any language. Sorry, I just gotta retract myself here. Learning to code is like learning any language. And, you know, when I was in school learning Spanish, they were always like, don't use Google Translate to do your assignments, which I guess makes sense because you want to learn how to actually do it yourself. But then when I was in school, I was like, why can't I just use Google Translate? Why do I need to learn a language? Because, yeah, like why would I need to? And as I got older, I've realized that it's actually pretty nice to learn another language if you're going to another country, or just being in the United States where so many people speak so many different languages. And so I wish that I had actually learned it better. So I think the big takeaway here is that a coding language, programming language, is just like a spoken language, a way of expressing ideas. So if you don't know how to speak that language, you're not going to be able to express that type of idea. And, do you think that we should no longer learn how to speak English because ChatGPT does such a good job of English? I don't think anyone thinks that, because we would really have no way to contribute in the English-speaking world if that was the case. And it's the same for programming languages, in my opinion. You gotta learn them so that you can speak about them. Whether you're speaking to ChatGPT or to another human, it's really important that you're able to communicate, especially now that so much of our lives are on the computer. Wouldn't you want to learn the language of the computer? I mean, people are learning Latin, and it's not even spoken anymore. It's considered a dead language. People are still learning it. So yeah, you should learn to code, because it is the language of the very being you don't think you need to learn to code because of. So you gotta learn. And I highly recommend just getting started. Pick an easy language, like Python's a good one to start with, and I've heard that there's some Python shorts that come out 3 times a week that kind of teach you about it. I think they're even on this channel, so you should check those out. But yeah, don't give up just because AI can do something, because you're gonna realize soon, I think, that you knowing how to do it is gonna mean a lot more than just saying that AI can do it. Because remember, anyone can use AI, but only you can use your brain. Okay, that's enough for now. I gotta finish making my bed. Bye.